Big welcome to all of you. We are absolutely delighted to have so many of you joining us here today, live for this session and helping us celebrate this year's 20 winning mentees. Thank you so much for being here with myself, Katia and Charlotte.
So, you might be wondering, where did it all begin? So, I have been friends with Eve for a while, networking at events, catching up on the phone and brainstorming. So, one day, during one of those catch-ups, we were discussing the importance of mentorship and how having people to guide you and support can really make a difference in your career. Often, people are too scared to ask for help, too scared to ask for support. So the Silhouette Awards was born exactly on this concept, an awards program with a difference, an awards program that supports you with some real life-changing skills and support to help take your career to the next level. So with Charlotte being a senior member of the Paro team, she has also joined the journey and been an integral part in the Silhouette Awards since its very inception.
So now you've heard the story of how the Silhouette Awards was formed. We're now going to talk about the why. What are our missions? Well, first up, it's our mission to celebrate growth in the industry. We really do want to champion success. We also want to form collaborations. We want to create a really supportive and collaborative environment where everybody feels safe to share knowledge. And finally, we want to inspire action. Because let's face it, without action, nothing happens at all. We want our rising stars to step outside of their comfort zones, build confidence and to take action. And we feel that everyone that has entered has in fact done just that. You've inspired action.
And of course, there's some very special people who helped get this idea off the ground, our 20 wonderful mentors. We want to thank each and every one of you for believing in us when this was simply just an idea. We approached lighting designers from across the globe to mentor, and every single one of them said yes. So here on your screen are the 20 mentors you can now see.
And we have so many people to thank. And let's start with the sponsors. These manufacturers all supported the concept in this very first year, the first year of many years to come. They are all leading brands who have invested in the lighting talents of tomorrow. Our sponsors embraced the idea and supported us, and we are really, really thankful to all of them. A big thank you goes to Abbey Lighting, to Delta Light, to Felix, to Forma Lighting, to GVA, to LEDflex, to Light Projects, to Pulsar, to Vode, and last but not least, the trophy sponsor, Iberian Lighting.
And in addition to our mentors and sponsors, we've had the support of lots of industry friends as well, as you can see here. A really impressive list of industry favourites who are helping shape our industry actually on a daily basis. So a huge thank you in alphabetical order goes to A1 Lighting, APDI, Arc Magazine, Designing Lighting, Designer's Mind, the ILP, the IALD, Inside Lighting, Light Texture, Lighty, Skills Army, the Society of Light and Lighting, STIR, the VLDC Community, Women in Lighting, the Workspace Design Show, and last but not least, to Wavelength. Thank you all.
Fantastic. So now just to recap for everyone what these worthy winners were asked to do in order to secure a mentorship. So we ask you to prepare a 3-minute video, no longer, talking about yourself, your passions, and what your overall mentorship goal is. And the last one was especially super important as it enabled the mentors when judging to define who the best could support in achieving their mentorship goals.
So now let's take a look at some of the stats. Well, first up, we had way more entries than we could possibly have anticipated. So well done to all of you that took the time to put yourselves forward for this wonderful achievement. Entrants came from a really diverse background. So starting first with work experience, almost a quarter of our entrants were recent graduates or students. Just over a quarter of entrants had 6+ years working experience, yet still really were invested in a mentorship program, which is fantastic. And the other just below 50% had between 1 and 5 years working experience. We had entries from 25 different countries. So it's true to say that this truly is an international event. And 79% of those entrants, interestingly, were from women, with 21% coming from men. So we hope to see a bit more balance in that direction next year, but nevertheless, some truly incredible figures to share with you.
Fantastic. So before we get into the big reveal of the winners, we are going to bring two of our mentors up on stage to join us. So I would like to welcome Jonathan Ross from the United Kingdom and Beata Denton from Sweden. Hello, Jonathan. Hello, Beata. Hello.
Hi.
Hello, how are you doing?
Very well. Super excited to have you here with us. So let's start straight away with the questions. Eve, would you like to start?
Absolutely. So let's kick off with you, Jonathan. We really would like to know what it was like to be a mentor for the very, very first year of the Silhouette Awards.
It was actually very daunting, if I'm honest. You get so you agree to do it and it's all nice and it's lovely, and then you get loads of videos, lots of videos, and you think, oh, I've got to select a number of them, shortlist them, and they're so good. They're really good. Everyone's really, really talented. And then so the first time I did it, it was like, oh yeah, 30, 40 people, it's fine, no problem. Then you have to think, oh, be more realistic. So I had to be a little bit more honest about whether I could help those people, and go through it. It was, it's such a wonderful process, and it's so nice, such good quality videos, really. And you have to think about it and think, who can I help? Who can I help the most? And who can help me as well? Challenge me.
Yeah, absolutely. Really good point there, Jonathan. Really good point.
Yeah, absolutely. Because mentorship is really a win-win collaboration between the mentor and the mentee. So really, really great points. So Beata, would you like to respond to the same question, please? What was it like to you to be a mentor for the very first year of the Silhouette Awards?
Oh,
Beata, I think you're muted. Yes, perfect.
Yeah, I've been unmuted. Thank you. No, it was very, very exciting. I have to say, super exciting. It was like every video was like opening a present, I thought. It was like, oh, what's in this one? It was really exciting. And I was humbled, all these people that I get to hear their stories and their wishes and where they come from and what they've done. It was amazing. And I felt a big responsibility, really big responsibility. It's like Jonathan said, it's almost daunting because who am I to judge here? But it was very incredibly fun to do. And I tried to really engage in every person and not have a template that they need to be this or that, but just take in the whole person and their backgrounds and where they want to go. So great experience to do.
Oh, that's great to hear. Thank you so much for sharing that. And I love the analogy of it was just like opening a present. It's a really lovely quote, that, Beata. So staying with you, Beata, we just want to know a bit more about what did you think about this year's submissions? Of course, without giving away any of the secrets that we're going to reveal shortly, but in terms of the quality and how passionate and committed all of the entrants were, what were your overall thoughts?
I think they were amazing. So many of them, most of them were absolutely amazing and interesting, very interesting. They're so different. And I thought there was a big variation in their videos, both in terms of personality. And you could see that different cultures, they present themselves in different ways. And I think it also comes down to what kind of educational system they come from and what kind of experience they have before. And as I said, I tried to not have any template, but just taking the whole context where they come from. And it was varied and very, very interesting. What did you think, Jonathan?
I quite liked. What was interesting was the range of styles. Just on a really simple note, some had music, some had props. It was really exciting. Obviously, I've said before, the quality of the videos and the presentations was really great. But I liked it when people added a little bit of their own personal side to them as well. Who knew there were so many dancers? It's unbelievable.
Oh, that's so striking. Yeah.
But also, it helps you to create a bit of a stronger connection with someone. And generally, I think it was global. There was so much talent, so much passion. It really to me, it shows a really healthy industry, and it's so great. And as you said, Beata, it's really humbling when you have to look at that and you have to make a selection. It really is, who am I to make that decision? So you have to do your best and just be as kind and helpful as you can be on that front.
Well, you're both incredible, and that's why we asked you to join our lineup of mentors, actually. So thank you both so much for your time in the process. We really do appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's really, really amazing to have you together with us. So I think this is the end of this first part of bringing some of our mentors on stage. So thank you, Beata and Jonathan. We will see you later in the networking sessions. Bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And it was great to hear from our mentors, and we will welcome some of them later on stage after the announcements. And let's, as you heard, it was a very quiet. It was a difficult process. It was a challenging process. The mentors were asked to independently review all videos, vote for their top 20, and at this point, it is very, very important to say that the top 30 were really close. So we asked the mentors, based on the entrance mentorship goals, to highlight who they could support the most. And then based on the top 20, our winners, the mentee and mentor partnerships were formed. And soon we will be sharing this with you. But before we do that, Eve, would you like to share an announcement?
I absolutely would. So before we do the big reveal, Katia, I'd like to say a massive well done, actually, to everyone who submitted an entry, because actually all of you in doing so are helping us to achieve our mission of inspiring action by stepping outside of your comfort zone. So really, really brave thing to do, and a huge well done to all of you. But there's some good news, because whether you're one of the 20 winning mentees or not, we're also going to be offering some additional support sessions for everyone that entered this year's awards. So you can continue to flourish in your career, whether you're a winner in 2022 or not. But if you want one of those 6 months mentorship programs, of course, there's the opportunity to enter again next year. So now, drum roll, please. After all of that build-up, it absolutely is time to reveal our Silhouette Awards 2022 winners. So without further ado, here goes.
First winning mentee is Cristina Gil Venegas, mentored by Victor Palacio.
Victor said Christina is building a solid professional path to become a leader with relevant consciousness about the social impact of light, particularly in the urban environment.
The next winning mentee is Laura Arroyo Rocha, mentored by Fernando Mazzetti.
Fernando said Laura is a talented, creative and curious lighting designer. I am very happy to share this experience with her. I'm sure it will be a great mentorship experience for both of us, expanding light from Latin America to the world.
And the next winning mentee is Rosa Alvarez de Arcaya, mentored by Beata Denton.
Beata said Rosa already has some amazing working experience from well-known practices in Australia and Europe. She has integrity and an open mind, and she wants to expand her knowledge and seek new paths. As she says, being uncomfortable is part of life too, isn't it? I am truly looking forward to the exchange we will have as mentor and mentee.
The next winning mentee is Christina Ahmad Ali, mentored by Martin Klassen.
Martin said it would be my pleasure to be Christina's mentor. I believe we will have a lot of synergies to which I can contribute. Congratulations, and looking forward to our first meeting.
The next winning mentee is Swathi Madhi, mentored by Lara Elbas.
Lara said, I'm thrilled to have been paired with Swathi. When I first listened to her, I was impressed by her spontaneity, her curiosity, and her perseverance to achieve her goals. I also liked how brave she seems and her hunger for learning and sharing. I am really looking forward to embark on this adventure with her. I believe it will be a very enriching experience for both of us.
The next winning mentee is Africa Sabe Dausa, mentored by Monica Luz Lobo.
Monica says Africa understands the importance of light as an experience. Her approach of investigating that culturally and experimentally is inspiring.
The next winning mentee is Francesca Feltrin, mentored by Dario Nunes Salazar.
Dario says, I was really pleased to learn that I would be Francesca's mentor. She is already a well-known lighting designer, and I'm sure she would take this to a higher level. I truly look forward to it. And the next winning mentee is Doreen Colleen, mentored by Star Davies.
Star said Doreen is advocating for creative atmospheric solutions in the face of intense constraints of engineering norms. I can't wait to support her with this.
And the next winning mentee is Beatrice Bertolini, mentored by Melissa Mack.
Melissa said my mentee, Beatrice, is fascinated by the transformative power of light and lighting, particularly how light can trigger emotions. She is keen to develop her communication skills with ability for a stronger storytelling and creative narratives for projects. She is also very interested in multidisciplinary approach to broadening her design knowledge.
And the next winning mentee is Valeria Gorilova, mentored by Anna Spoku.
Anna said Valeria is a very enthusiastic designer with a clear view on what she wants to gain out of the experience. I am very much looking forward to begin this journey.
And the next winning mentee is Alina Volpe, mentored by Michael Grubb.
Michael said Elena's passion for lighting stood out in her video. Her inquisitive nature and willingness to learn will be sure to make the mentorship journey an enriching and fun one. I am really looking forward to mentoring Elena and seeing her progress further in the world of lighting.
And the next winning mentee is Alessandra Di Martino, mentored by Jonathan Rush.
Jonathan said Alexandria stood out to me through the judging process, and I am delighted that I have been paired with her. I like her approach to the circular economy and social value. It ties in very closely to my values, and I think we will both benefit from collaborating and learn a lot from each other.
And the next winning mentee is Gabby Korak, mentored by Sam Kobel.
Sam said, I am thrilled with the chance to encourage up-and-coming members of our community to shoot for the stars. Sharing ideas with Gabby and helping her achieve her goals in 2022 is going to be a blast.
And the next winning mentee is Momina Salem, mentored by Marcy Song.
Marcy said, I am thrilled to be paired with Momina. Already impressive at her start of her career, she has a unique professional journey between Europe and Asia. I am impressed with her with how she is already pioneering and championing the lighting profession. I am looking forward to sharing our experiences and developing our mentor relationship. We are going to learn a lot together. And the next winning mentee is Rebecca Mitz, mentored by Susan Tillotson.
Susan says, I really was so impressed with Rebecca's video. She was so authentic, articulate and accomplished. Her analogy between lighting and baking resonated with me personally. I'm excited and thrilled to have the opportunity to get to know her through this program and share with her some of my experience and knowledge.
And the next winning mentee is Elsa Salma, mentored by Linus Lopez.
Linus says, Elsa has shown great discernment in picking key engaging areas to focus on and develop. The evident passion with which she involves herself in work and life will be a huge benefit to her and people she engages with. I'm really looking forward to working and learning together.
And the next winning mentee is Iris Molendish, mentored by Rosanna Kopi.
Rosanna says, "Give me a place to stand," said Archimedes, "and I will move the world." This is a quote that inspired me a lot during my journey and still does. I hope it inspires Iris as well, and we start from there.
And the next winning mentee is Yanis Liu, mentored by Ruth Kelly Waskett.
Ruth says, "I was really impressed by Yanni's obvious passion for the subject of light and its relationship to emotions, well-being, and mental health, and by her focus on what she would like to get out of the mentoring program. I'm really looking forward to working with her."
And the next winning mentee is Frankie Boyle, mentored by Marcus Stefan.
Marcus says, "Throughout Frankie's whole presentation, the most obvious part was her passion for lighting, how she lived and breathed light, and the main reason for wanting a mentor was that she wanted to bring it to more people. How could I not help someone who wants to share their passion so much?"
And the final winning mentee is Dipali Shirsat, who is mentored by David Gilby.
David says, "Dipali is already a very talented lighting designer, and I feel that the partnership will be mutually beneficial. She's a new lighting star in the making, and I'm delighted to be able to make a collaborative contribution to her future steps and understandings." Whoa, isn't that amazing? Congratulations. Here are all of our winners on one slide, so you can see them all together. Fantastic. Your Silhouette Award 2022 winners. Congratulations to every single one of you. And just a note for the winners, your Silhouette Award trophies will be with you very soon, thanks to Iberian Lighting, our trophy sponsors. You can see I'm a little bit moved. Well, I'm really, really excited. Congratulations to every single one of you. Yeah. Next part is mentors on stage. So Eve, please introduce everyone.
Thank you, Katia. And yeah, a huge congratulations as well to all of those winners. So we are now going to have a chat with another 3 more of our wonderful mentors joining the stage. So please join me in welcoming Anna Spoku from Greece, Linus Lopez from India, and Victor Palacio from Mexico. Welcome all of you to the stage.
Hello.
Thank you. Hello, everyone.
Hi, how are you doing?
Fantastic to have an international panel as well from Mexico, India, Greece. Fantastic. So, Anna, let's start with you. What are your thoughts about the all-female lineup for this year's winning mentees?
I think it's a very interesting kind of, let's say, parallel action between the support of women in lighting and then getting an all-female panel. But I think it was a kind of consequential outcome, right? When we have a really high percentage of female submissions versus the male submissions, inevitably, statistically speaking, I would be surprised if it was any different. It was something that I think we all noticed post-mortem in a way, right? It was never judged under that criteria. It was never taken into account, as many others have, other mentors have mentioned as well. So it's, I'm not sure whether it's necessarily a pleasant or an unpleasant outcome. I would love to see it more diverse. I would love to see it more, let's say, I would love to get some guys on a camera, really. I think.
Absolutely. And we did have male submissions, as we mentioned before, 21% of the total submissions. And we really hope that for the next year, we are going to have a more diverse, at least percentage of entries. Because as you mentioned, Anna, and as all the mentors have agreed, this is not we are here to judge really the best, right? It doesn't matter.
It was judged purely on merit, and I don't
Exactly.
think any of the mentors took the sex of the entrants into account. Nor does anybody in our field in general. I think, thankfully, for many reasons, lighting design is an industry that we are very close to almost perfect, let's say.
Absolutely. Linus, would you like to add here your thoughts?
Firstly, yeah, it's been an absolutely amazing process, Katya, and I don't think for a moment that it would worry me about how we splice and dice this by gender. I think the process, firstly, in the selection of the mentors, I mean, that in itself has been a brilliant job of making sure that there is equal representation. It is global, it's across genders. So I think once the method and the process has been established, it is clear to everybody. It's just a question of choosing somebody on the basis of merit. And I don't have, I wouldn't like to even suggest that anybody had a thought about it should be in this particular way or that particular way. It has just turned out, and I think it is a brilliant result. All I could say is that looking at it for the future, it would be a good idea to encourage more participation from men, but nothing more than that. It's an amazing selection process, and I congratulate all the winners. But even those who have not made it to the cut, it was absolutely brilliant to see you all come out and present. Amazing.
Thanks so much, Victor. And sorry, Linus. And Victor, what advice would you give to everyone who's looking to apply next year?
Well, I think as everybody has said, the applications were so interesting and so well developed that it was amazing to go through all of them. And regarding your question, when the process started, I really didn't know what was coming out of the video. So they also had a very brief questionnaire, and they provided very nice answers. So after the process has been completed for this year, I would say that it is very important. What moved me more was authenticity. People who really open their intentions, their ambitions, their goals. People who said, "What I am expecting out of this program is this." That was really something that highlighted that application or that individual who was submitting their video. And we had this score sheet, and we first, as Katia said, we had to first of all select 20 of the applicants. So in my first selection, I had close to 40 because there was something interesting out of them. Then the hard work started because I had to say, well, I need to narrow it down to 20. And I said, I think that was, and I didn't think about it just now that you are asking me, Charlotte. I think it was authenticity. And I think the reward is that those who were selected will get mostly what they were looking for. And maybe for those who were not selected, maybe what they are looking for is not really part of this program. Some of them were looking, for example, for professional advice on developing artistic skills, for example. And maybe there are other programs where they are more focused on those specific skills. So authenticity is for me a key word and a key value here.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Victor. That's really, really valuable for everyone who really wish to participate next year again, and to everyone who's going to be watching this recording later on. Anna and Linus, would you like to add something on this? Like, what advice would you give to everyone who's looking to apply for next year?
I think your choice of the requirement for the entries, the 3-minute video, was actually very smart because it's probably the best way to provide the maximum amount of information about a person and also put the entrants through the process of putting themselves out there, which is a very good part of the profession and what we do. So I think it's even as an exercise alone, I would really invite, young lighting designers or mid-career lighting designers, whomever thinks has, some benefit from this program, to really put themselves out there. It doesn't need to be professional. It doesn't need to be one way or the other. As many others have, Jonathan said before, and Victor as well, the diversity in the styles of video was actually impressive. So there are no guidelines. It's just a medium to convey valuable information. So it's nothing to, it's not, as terrifying as it may sound. I would just say, be a bit brave and just consider that it's another element of what we do, basically. And I think that might help in the process.
Absolutely. Linus, would you like to add something here before we move to the next?
Just a very short note that, when I first received the deck and the videos, I first just went through it to see, how am I going to be able to actually separate one from the other? And I went through all of them together to get a sense of, what we were really dealing with. And then, there was an easy matrix, right? Because they're all lighting designers. They all come with a very strong design background. They all have, a reasonable amount of experience. There was the necessity I found of putting in a separate column for what I termed the X factor. It is something about a personality. It is something about an original idea. It is something that you convey through your very being. And that is captured, as Anna said, so brilliantly on the video. When you tend to read this as text, it's a little cold, but the video was a great idea because that one X factor element actually came across quite strongly. And Victor, I completely agree with you. When I ended up, it was in excess of 20, and I had to go back to that X factor column and then pick my final tally. So as advice, I would just encourage future subscribers to, or applicants, to be really genuine, really authentic from the heart, and put your entire being into that presentation.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much. I think with that, we can close this session, and we will see all of the mentors later on the networking session. So bye, Anna, Linus, Victor. Thank you. Thank you very much for joining us.
Bye.
And with that, I guess, Eve, it's time for your big announcement.
It absolutely is. And again, just a huge thank you to all of the mentors. I really like the idea of the SA factor moving forward as one of the criteria for next year. So, as we mentioned earlier, we are going to be running a runners-up event, an opportunity really for the people that didn't make the top 20 winning mentees, but who took the time to put themselves forward to really just get some additional support from everybody. So this is really just a reminder, stay tuned on our social channels, on our website, and more information will follow on the runners-up event. Well done to all of you.
So that's enough from us. Now we ask you all to celebrate together and celebrate our industry superstars. If you head back to the event homepage, you'll see a networking icon on the left-hand side. When you click that, you'll be randomly matched with another attendee for a 3-minute session. Then you'll simply move on to your next match. To make this a bit more fun, we do ask when you're meeting with this person, in true Silhouette Awards style, that you share with each person one skill that you wish you had at the beginning of your career, and then just discuss.
And of course, an event wouldn't be an event without photos, and you know how much the three of us love social media. So we are asking you to meet, chat, and take a screenshot or simply a photo with your mobile phone and upload them to our social media, either on stories or as posts. We are on Instagram and LinkedIn, and you can tag us in @Silhouette Awards and using the hashtag SA Celebration. Now, go have fun. Thank you all for joining us. We are really looking forward to talking with as many as possible on the networking sessions. So bye for now, and congratulations. Congratulations, congratulations.
Congratulations. See you the other side.
Bye, bye. See
Bye.
you later. Bye.